Hi, it's John from Under the Table Hot Sauce. I'm here with my friend, the star of the show, Jimmy Farrow.
Yeah, what's up, JB?
Nah, nothing.
It's been a hot summer, and for all your barbecue needs, you can go to underthetablehotsauce.com. 13 unique flavors to choose from, created and bottled in a Long Island kitchen. Underthetablehotsauce.com. Let's go chow, JB.
Let's do it.
All the flavor, twice the burn.
Jimmy, I gotta take a dump.
What?
No, I mean I need a dumpster.
Well, for all those needs, you need to call Big V Dumpster Rental, Long Island, New York, 631 900 dump.
By the way, to everybody out there, we are speaking to the world-renowned psychic, medium, entertainer, Gary Mckinstry. You could go to his website, GaryMckinstry.com, where he's taking bookings, and you get to see this wonderful gentleman. Gary, let's take a shot. What do we do? Are we just going to try to reach somebody? Do I give you a name? How do we go about this?
If you want to look, if you want to, by the way, are we looking for a wrestling person or are we looking for a person? Like,
We're looking for a wrestling person, being that's a wrestling show. We do have many friends within the industry. Some have passed recently in the past couple of months.
Right.
And we thought maybe, hopefully, you could maybe channel one or two.
well, it's funny because Terry Funk, I understand. Again, I know, but he's a major celebrity. I'm picking up somebody that was almost forgotten. Uh, I feel like I'm picking up like the guy. I keep picking up like almost made it guy. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but I keep feeling like I almost made it. I almost made it. I almost made it. Uh, and by the way, it feels like a sudden passing. Like boom, I was gone really quick. Didn't get a chance to finish things. Um, Not a major celebrity though. I mean, he's up there, but he's not like the guy who's, you know, I just know I keep feeling like I'm very unfinished. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't get the notoriety, didn't get what I'm supposed to get. And you know how like right now, if you pass, it's on Instagram, it's here, it's there, it's everywhere. I almost feel like I'm picking up the forgotten wrestler. I'm not sure where this comes in, but it's connected to one of you guys. Um, so I don't know if you understand what I'm getting at, but
Yeah, we do, Gary.
Actually,
Absolutely.
I figured you would.
yeah.
And by the way, it felt like it's a shame that he never got the notoriety. Maybe it was his management. I don't know. But this guy didn't get where he needed to be. And it just felt kind of like, and by the way, seems like he would be aware of you. Um, you're aware of him, but this feels like he's aware of you, which is kind of funky. I like that part. Um, and by the way, also the lady wrestler. Uh, got a really interesting woman that's coming through. She looks almost like she should be like the movie star. Um, I got the dark-haired female. Feels like she passed in her prime. Um, by the way, almost an upper respiratory issue with her. Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give her probably about an 8. This is like a really good-looking lady, and it feels kind of like the wrestling world turned their back on her when they were done. Almost, it's funny when people come through, they usually come through, like I said, in their happy place. This lady doesn't feel so happy, um, almost like irritated with people. You know who I don't want to be when I pass is Vince McMahon.
Why do you say that?
I think he's got some wrestlers that want to talk to him on the other side.
Oh,
boy.
Jesus. Is there
Sorry.
is there
No,
are there arguments on the other side, like unfinished business?
Oh, sure. Well, what if you, like I said, about the young guy, that the younger male, the person that passed and never quite made it? It feels kind of like he's still lamenting the fact he never quite got there. Like, the old "I should have been a contender."
Yeah.
Um,
Is there any
feels like I
chance?
had my hand on the belt, but I never got it.
This wrestler that you feel knows us, is there any chance he might be trying to tell us anything? Like us personally, like me and Mike, or?
Yeah, I'm supposed to say thank you. You got that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah, because you guys are like, look, it's not that everybody's the underdog, but you guys could recognize the fact that he was the underdog and shouldn't have been. And he wanted to thank you both, okay? So, he's coming through loud and clear. Little attitude, by the way. Like sometimes in that world, you need that little bit of attitude.
Perfect. All right,
Wow.
Mike, keep it down up there, Mike.
Wow.
What on
So
earth?
you got all that?
Yeah, completely.
Hey, maybe I found a new gig. I'm going to become the wrestling medium.
I think it's working pretty
Tony
well.
Khan, I'm on the
Holy
phone.
cow.
Oh boy.
So
can
you
name-
remember
do you wanna-
Chyna, right?
Sure, sure.
That's who I was thinking was the dark haired
That's what
female.
I'm picking up.
Yeah.
She's coming through looking like Xena on, the old TV show there.
Right.
Right. That's probably when she was coming
By the
out
way,
all
she
dolled
seems
up with
rather
the-
irritated about being passed. Not everything went the way it was supposed to. And it's kind of like for a major star, she was forgotten too quickly, which is kind of sad, There's a lot of wonderful people. You know who I want to connect to? Is Killer Kowalski.
Why is that?
You
Why
talk
him?
about the old days.
Yeah.
That's the one guy, but I can't really understand him when I've tried to connect. His speech pattern is kind of funky.
Okay.
It's like the dude's all over the place.
Is it easier for you to communicate with the other side when you're in their room, their personal room? When a family calls you in and you're in their immediate surroundings compared to what you just did just now? You just pulled a friend of ours who's gone. He's not in the room with you. You're not in the room with us. Is it easier for you to get through to the other side when you're around their physical memories, their room, their car, whatever it was?
Well, it is a little easier when it's up close and personal. If I'm sitting 5 feet from somebody, because theoretically, I'm not bringing that person in. The person I'm reading for is bringing them in. It's kind of like you guys brought them in. It's like, it's almost like I'm the receiver, the tuner, so to speak.
Right.
Okay.
You're
Gary.
the antenna, I'm the tuner.
So
I'm
where
bringing them in, and my job is to just report what I'm hearing or seeing.
in
That's
other
kinda how it
words,
does it.
are you saying that Mike and I, we're almost conductors for his
Yes.
spirit to? It's wild.
Yeah.
I got it.
No
Unbelievable.
offense, but if I wasn't talking to you guys right now, I could be like watching America's Got Talent or something, and I'm not going to be sitting here bringing in. Well, sorry.
You mean you actually
Well, I'm not gonna
concentrate
be-
when you're watching something? You don't have the dead bothering you in the middle of the whole
This is
show.
kind of the deal, I mean,
You have an
I have
off
people
switch.
that ask me like, "Well, what do you do, to block this out?" I usually watch like an Adam Sandler movie. Okay.
That's great. Oh my God.
I'm not going to be watching some creepy show.
Right. Right.
Can you imagine like walking through a Walmart and having like 50 dead people try to talk to you? That
Oh
would
my
not
God.
be cool.
No, it wouldn't.
It
It would not.
Cool.
Not walking through Walmart's bad enough, but now I got 50 dead people. So this is kind of like this.
So
this is
how are you
don't
able-
want to do it?
How are you able to discipline this sort of thing? Do you have an on and off switch that you've mastered?
I do.
Question. You do.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it
Every
hard
now
to
and then
master it?
Someone sneaks in.
Was it hard to master it? Was this something you had to deal with over the years till you had the program nailed?
Basically, yeah, there is like an on and off. And by the way, it's gotten to the point where it's an instant on. Like when someone sits down and boom, I'm not going to be spending 20 minutes preparing myself or,
Right.
you know what I mean? I'm not going to be sitting there going, oh, I mean, it's nice, but, I'm jumping right in and bam, here it comes. And I'm all of a sudden, I'll use the term, you feel the magic. It's like it's coming in and you let it rip. By the way, for any would-be mediums out there, I'll give them the one major piece of advice, and it's not to be afraid to say something. Probably the most detrimental thing is, no matter how crazy it is, if you're seeing it, you're hearing it, and you're feeling it, there's a good chance it's on the money.
Right.
I've had some pretty crazy stuff come through, and I'm thinking to myself, am I really going to say this? And if I don't, there's a great chance that people are going to. I actually had somebody one time to say to me, I thought you were going to tell me this, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, I could see that, but if I say it now, I'm going to look like a schmuck, like, oh, you just told me that, like Dad was in prison for 10 years, and yeah, so that's how it works. Okay,
Wow.
And just to let you know, clientele is varied. I've had everybody from professional wrestlers to music people to unemployed people. I had a Vietnamese gangbanger as a client. Everybody is. None of us are immune to this. So people pass, things happen, and next thing you know, somebody's gone. So this is kind of how it works. It touches us all. And the worst part is, right now I'm seeing Andre the Giant in tights. Do you really want to have that as a visual in your mind?
No,
not really.
What year is it? If
Remember
it's at the end
Princess
of
Bride, the movie?
it's at the end of his career, you're really in trouble. But that's sorry, Andre.
I'm seeing him. I'm seeing him in like the Princess Bride, and then when he was playing Bigfoot on $6 Million Man.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
I'd like to see that. Yeah.
So I'm not seeing him in the ring so much. I'm seeing him in what he thought was his heyday, which was his acting and film career.
Okay. He's at the height of his fame, one way or the other.
By the way, the man was funny,
He was hilarious.
was
Go
the
ahead, say
greatest.
it. The peanut thing.
Someone got a peanut?
This guy with the Princess Bride. This is unbelievable.
So,
That's
I'm
great.
talking to you to it for some crazy reason. I got Andre the Giant coming through and looking a little more like the Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah.
right now.
Well, I saw him when I was 12. I looked up at him. He was the Jolly Green Giant. Gary, are you able to call upon, okay, this must be really some sort of gift to have. Let's say someone you looked up to. Like, for example, for me, John Lennon. John Lennon passes away. Are you able to reach out to your heroes when they pass on and go, hey, what's going on?
To a point, it usually takes someone connected to them.
Okay.
I had a
need a
lady that
conduit.
came to see me, and she said, I'm the #1 Elvis fan, and I want to talk to Elvis. And I said, look, you're not Priscilla. You weren't related to him. You're not a cousin. He didn't even know you. You're just this lady with a million record collection and posters everywhere. In a nice way, I had to tell her, like, look, I tend to think Elvis is busy, So it's tough. If you were connected somehow to that person, there's a good chance.
Right.
But it's just like in life, Look, I was a big fan of Nikola Tesla. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tesla.
Yeah.
I even went to the New Yorker hotel to see his suite where he lived before he died. But for some reason, I couldn't connect as much as I wanted to. That's a guy that I always thought would be so fascinating to talk to. I can't always connect just because I want to.
Right.
There's got to be something. There's got to be almost a reason to connect.